Holy cow.
All right.
All right. It is.
I want to hear
Welcome, ready to the One to Go show. We are live. We are live from the 38th annual, right? USA National. I believe it's the 30th. I think it's 80s. Yes. Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
we
yeah,
don't
yeah,
remember.
it
We
is.
don't need to remember the number. We got people who don't remember what race we're at. So I mean, I'm just saying.
So welcome, everybody. A little pre-race show here. Where do we want to start? We're going to start with last night. Quick recap.
Yeah, what stuck out to you guys last night? Bert, we'll start with you. Local late models, World of Outlaw late models. Go with the locals first. What stuck out to you last night?
Locals, actually, Ashley Anderson. I didn't think he had a chance. I thought my driver from the draft, Adam Hensel, was going to get that feature win, and all of a sudden, Ashley came out of nowhere and snagged it from him late in the race.
100% agree. Ashley, him and Glenn Zador were battling at about 10th with about 10, 12 to go, and then he got to the bottom and rocket ship.
Yeah, no, and it looked for a while there like Hensley was going to win that thing, and Ryan was kind of a little bitter at him. He's like, God, why'd he leave his line? But I think you're right. I think Ashley was going to roll by him through the middle if he hadn't moved up. So, yeah, Ashley was definitely impressive.
Yeah, there wasn't much laps left there, so I don't know if Panitsky should have really moved out of the line and kind of just let him lay right on by on the bottom. If he was going to do that, he should have did that for my boy Adam Hansel. He had a great night. He got second.
He got second, yeah, but he ended up third.
I'm a big Hansy guy. We love Hansy. I mean, there's not a guy here that's got a bigger smile on his face all the time than Adam Hansel, so him on the podium is fantastic.
Well,
Panitsky on the front row, I figured he was going to win. He's been super fast, but Ashley Anderson, got to be honest, one of the best drivers I raced against, still a little bit bitter because he beat me here at the Legendary 100 and in Menominee. The one time I thought I was actually going to win a race there, he drove by me in the last corner, but mad props Ashley Anderson. So, how about the World of Outlaws?
Hey, well, real quick. How about the live audience? Give a hand. Holy cow. Very nervous.
Well, we got celebrities, and we got Puka here.
geez.
We got a couple
Bill
guests
Rose
coming
here.
in. Yeah, Bill 2 Media coming in a minute. So
Somebody said Puka
We got Mac
lives.
here from the We got a lot of...
Puka is alive. He is alive, yes.
Oh, you're reading comments? Is there
Yeah, Val Kilmer's, he's back. All right. So, World of Outlaws last night, of course, he just had the heat races. They had the Fans Fun Dash, the Pole Dash. Bert, what stuck out to you?
Well, obviously, the most talked about incident from last night had to have been the Jake Tim Albertson deal in the dash. Tough deal. I mean, both were going for the win, and Tim came out on the short end of that one.
I'm going to talk about kind of both. Dan Ebert. I think that he's confidence, right now, right? I mean, last night he was thumping on the top there with all those guys on here. I think he's gained, after Thursday, a lot of confidence. So good luck to Dan Ebert tonight.
I'm going to skip Changa because he's dating Bobby Pierce, as it turns out. That's his boyfriend. We've established that. And I talked about this yesterday. We're fully aware. Brent Larson drove by him not once, twice, no, 3 times. Literally came from the back, drove by Bobby Pierce. Let's just face it. Brent Larson right now better than Bobby Pierce. It is what it is. All right, go ahead.
Wow, you just stole my thunder. I mean, how do I?
Well, you can talk about...
How do I follow that up? But yeah, all right.
I think I hurt his feelings.
Dan Ebert with the new XR 2.0 rocket, and he looks way better in that thing. And yeah, you got to tip a hat to Brent Larson coming from the back of that heat race. Old Bobby throws a kind of a block on Dillard, and he just drives right by both of them to get into the show. So, hey, 3 Minnesota guys in the show. That's a pretty good deal.
And then the Bronson Huddy. That was the other exciting heat.
That
right?
was super exciting. But, I mean, let's face it. I think we got 3 locals in, right? Isn't Sorensen, Jake Tim, Brent Larson all in the show? And then, of course, they got the Fans Fund, which we went to that today. Never been to the Fans Fund. That is an absolute awesome deal. Yeah, he went. My bad. He went. Bert didn't go. He was still sleeping, a little bit old, right? He couldn't quite get up. Tonga was there as well.
I want to speak on that, too.
We're going to let him touch on it. But I'm telling you what, those guys put an awesome deal together because, the World of Outlaws are racing this weekend. Lucas Oil is off, and everybody just assumes all them drivers are coming up. But the money they put into the Fans Fund, all the fans contributing, gets them drivers here. And you aren't going to have 50-plus late models at the USA Nationals without it. So a hat tip to the guys with the Fans Fund. So, Changa?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what I wanted to say. Hat tip for the guys that organize that Fans Fund, the fans for contributing to it. Fantastic deal. They had, How many people you think were in the building?
There have been maybe 150, couple hundred.
150 people, right? They gave away 149 things. I didn't win shit.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
What's the deal? Right? They give away 149 things. I'm the only guy that didn't win.
Well, he was wearing a Pierce shirt. He ain't won shit
That's
this
not
weekend
true.
either. I'm just saying.
That's
I don't
not
know.
true. I wore a hoodie then.
And I will say, as someone who's gone for many years, I think I heard more thank yous this year than ever from the drivers. I mean, Madden, like, thank you. Chuck Frank, like, we did this, we came to the Prairie Dirt, we're coming up here, we probably won't even race the rest of the year, he said. Remember, but he was so thankful. So I think the drivers, Gordy Gundaker was a good talker, Devin Moran, he's like, thank you. So I think the drivers, this is the first year, gosh, this has been almost 20 years, I think, ish. But they were very, very appreciative.
And there's a provisional that comes out of that. So I thought initially you had to win the Fans Fun Dash to get in, but it literally goes down. The next driver available or eligible that's not in the show is automatically in the A main tonight. So that's a really cool deal for those drivers. So what do you say we get into some predictions? And we have a ton of people here. We're going to filter a few people in, but we're going to start. We got a special guest. We're going to slide out of the way, right? You want to see a badass toy, right? We talk about East Central Sports. Look at this deal. I'm trying to talk Mac into getting this deal out in front of the pole sitter because he sponsors Garrett Albertson, who's rolling off P1 tonight. How cool would it be to see this thing rolling out, lights flashing, all kinds of cool stuff? We'll see if we can work some magic. Mac, why don't you come on in here first? So we got Mac here from East Central Sports. So say hi, tell these guys a little bit about your store.
We're located in Rush City, Minnesota, and yeah, we sell a lot of pit bikes and four-wheelers and golf carts and mowers and pretty much anything you can think of. We're working on CF Moto right now. Hopefully get CF Moto next, and yeah, at the USA Nationals coming to check out. Albertson's on the pole, and it's a big deal for him. I know they're pretty excited. I talked to Ken Roberts, the car owner, and they're just tickled to even be running as well as they are. They're not even in the regular car. They're in the older car right now.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, so his newer car that they busted out is up in the top of the trailer right now. So saving that for Lucas, and yeah, it's been pretty cool. It's a pretty fun deal to kind of get your name out there with him and the Nago and stuff. So that's been pretty cool.
And if somebody wants to buy this, what's this going for right here?
This is the fancy one. This is $13,595. Yeah.
So just if you win the split the pot tonight, go ahead, check it out. This will be the guy to talk to. Let's start with some predictions. Local late models tonight, World of Outlaw, A main for the USA Nationals. Who do you got?
Local late models, I'm going to go Pat Dorr. And World of Outlaws, I got to say Albertson.
I was going to say, he sponsors the guy. I was kind of wondering if he was going to go there.
Albertson, or other, I'd say JD.
Albertson's been good. JD's a tough guy to pick against. So thanks a lot, Mac, for all you
appreciate
do.
it.
We've got another special guest here, right? This guy's been in the industry for, well, I think he's older than me. He's got to be at least 5 years older than me. I'm not sure, right? He's a sister station, Built to Media. We got Ben Brost in the house. Tell them a little bit about your podcast, our viewers. I'm sure most of them listen to both, but tell them a little bit about your podcast. And give us your predictions for tonight.
So we're based out of Elkmont, Wisconsin, and it's me and Blake Anderson. He drives a sprint car, but I only kind of hold that against him a little bit, you know what I mean? And it's been a lot of fun. We've had a tremendous amount of success. We cover northwest Wisconsin, a little bit of eastern Minnesota, and believe it or not, this is weird. We're starting to get traction in Thunder Bay. I wonder why that is. You know what I mean? So tonight, my prediction for the local 8 models, it is so hard to pick against the Double One Express. It is so hard to pick against him. He is just, when that mustache gets quivering, and he's the last gunslinger, he goes out there and, as an announcer, one of the most intimidating interviews I've ever had in my life is Pat Dorr. That being said, that's my prediction for the local 8 models. Ashley, also hard to argue against. I saw him last weekend at Menominee, and I said, so you ready to party next weekend? He goes, no, I'm racing. I said, so we drink together at 2 a.m. instead of 2 p.m.? He goes, I really want to try and win. Well, he did that so far. My prediction, it is really hard to argue against the 58. He has been on fire here. T-Mac, he's doing really good. My dark horse, my hope, my emotional pick. I'm partial to number ones. So there's two. Chub Frank, and Turbo. My dark horse picks.
What?
Yeah.
There's three. There's three.
I know what there is.
I don't. All right. There's two in it. See, we're all three illegitimate children of Tom Nesbitt.
Yes.
Somehow we're related. Like, I thought he was the biggest Tom Nesbitt fan.
Nope.
He's
It's
the biggest.
Luca.
I ran my
No,
mouth like
Thunderbird,
Tom
you
at
just
pit
said-
meetings, so I think we might all be related. Somehow we love him.
No, here's a question on the local stuff. How many, and all of you can, how many, there's got to be at least 10 that have a legitimate shot of winning, right? I mean,
Oh,
Giassi,
yeah.
a Glenn's,
Yep.
an Ashley, a Door.
Yes.
Daryl
Edgington
Nelson.
won last year.
Daryl. Nick
Radetsky,
Yeah.
Radetsky, Nelson, who,
Hensel.
Hensel. I
Yep.
mean, it is pretty incredible.
That is one of the
stout,
most-
the
that is-
stout field.
One of the most unique things about this field of cars that we have here is simply that it is anybody's race, and we've seen it so far this weekend. And we've seen a lot of last lap stuff, a lot of really slick maneuvers, stuff that 25 years ago I called Ryan doing, things like that. And I'm excited for tonight's show. I really am.
It's going to be great. It's
What
going to
are
be
the
great. So
local
check
late models
out Built
called?
2 Media. They got a great podcast. Check them out. You got several platforms, YouTube, a little bit of everywhere.
Yeah,
You can
Built-
find them everywhere.
Build2mediaco.com for our merch, otherwise Build 2 Media Co. on Facebook. And on a personal level, like I said, like you said, the only bigger Tom Nesbitt fan than me is Puka.
And you treat him so good. He really takes really good care of Tom.
Well, we take care of our
which is
legends.
great. Yeah, I've seen it all weekend, and last year, and the year before, and the year before.
And the thing about, like, your show versus our show, it's not versus. No, it's what's best for the sport, right?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, because we're all talking about it. Across the country, people say racing is dying in our area. Nope, it's alive and well.
Right.
I firmly believe that. It showed at Rice Lake on Tuesday for the 31st annual Street Stock Little Green. $30,100, right?
That's why Cedar raised it to 100. They're starting to worry about a street stock first out doing theirs.
Right.
I told that to Chubb the other day, and he said, "Really?" And I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Maybe I'll put together a street stock."
Yeah, don't tell RTJ, because he'll be there for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Right, don't tell him.
Or he'll find one.
I'm surprised he hasn't been
100%.
there.
100%.
Surprised he hasn't been there, but yeah, this is my favorite weekend of the year. And,
Awesome.
Yeah, by far my favorite weekend of the year, and it's great. I mean, it's a gigantic family reunion. If you haven't been here yet, you need to get here in 2026. You need to. I mean, there's, 30,000 people here, maybe?
A lot of people.
Oh,
It's
it's
1,400 campsites.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's sold out.
Right.
It's
Right.
sold out.
Awesome.
All right.
Thanks a lot, man.
Appreciate you.
Totally tough.
Appreciate you.
All right.
You bring someone in. I want to read the comments. Anyone comment?
All right. We'll bring in Bromance next here. Bromance. Just to remind you, we're picking local late models tonight.
not
Rule of
local.
all
Oh, man
late
is even in.
models.
Man is in.
Are you
Oh.
sure?
Man is in.
Yeah.
I'm following my husband tonight.
This is my wife.
Newlyweds.
Everybody.
Not even a year.
Chonga,
It's
get
still
in
sold
here.
out.
We're twinning,
Still sold
Chonga.
out.
Get in here.
The one to go show local late models. That's what they're known as. The one to go show late models.
All right, for the one to go show late models, I gotta do it because he really has some sweet Hawaiian shirts with.
I picked
the 11
James
on 'em.
Giassi.
Yeah, she picks James Giassi. So do I.
Okay.
But my other pick for that would be Pat.
Right.
The double one express. Come on.
Giassi's do.
Just so you know, this right here is for Kurt Myers.
Old ashtray. All right. All right.
And boom brakes.
How about for the World of Outlaw late models? Who do you guys have?
I picked Bishop.
Well, yeah.
I'm a
It's either
Bishop fan.
Bishop or Squirrel. She gets wet for. But I hate to say it, Mac, wherever you went.
Right here.
It's going to be Ryan Gustin. Ryan Gustin.
Dark horse?
He's going to do it.
He's going to
That's
do
a
it.
good pick.
The Reaper, Ryan Gustin.
I'm doing
All
it.
right. So we got
I have one
Sheppy
I
and
picked
Gustin.
Sheppy.
I have a couple shout outs.
Okay.
Well, one to Kurt Myers, of course. The other one is to the washed up 32R, Corey Rosen.
Oh, he's here. Yeah, I saw him.
He is here. He asked me to do that for him. And he's a dick.
Thank you.
All right, now we're going to bring in my brother from another mother. We got J.R. Tardy here. We got a little 67 swag. Of course, we mentioned yesterday. We got Puka's head in the way. We're all family, right? But of course, we talked about Jeff Tardy and his tragic passing a couple days back. Good to have J.R. Tardy here with us. Glad you could join us. your picks for the local and One to Go Show local late models, they call it, right? I guess, and the World of Outlaw late models.
Hold on,
We had some haterade from Ben on that one.
You can't call it the One to Go Show. That's what they call them. How about the 1-2 built to?
All right, hey, there we go.
There we
The
go.
1-2 built to. All right, fair enough.
I think the strong guy in the local late models, like all season, and kind of the guy that shows up at all the big shows, and it's not Pat Dorr. It's going to be the 7X of Jesse Glantz.
X Factor.
X Factor is going to be in full effect tonight, and he will put on a show. And then I think with World Outlaws, I got to go with somebody that I picked in our draft. So we're going with B-Shep.
The Rocket Ship.
Rocket XR2 is gonna park in Victory Lane. Write that down.
He's going to be good. Thanks a lot, JR. Appreciate it. All right, Whitney, come on in.
Woo!
Got my little here.
You want to get live?
All right, your picks.
So we got a local one.
Yep.
And 2. All right, so the local one, I always have to go with the double 1 Express of Pat Dorr. Always.
And then one World of Outlaw pick. She's wearing all Kyle Bronson swag,
I
right?
want Kyle Bronson to win, but it's going to take one hell of a Hail Mary, a couple Hail Marys for him to do that. So unfortunately, I can't pick him, and I'm going to have to go with B-Shep.
All right.
Yeah.
Brandon Shepard. All right, who do we got next here? Pete Neska, come on in. Yep. We got Pete here. I know Uper's watching this up, probably shoveling snow in Michigan, but we got his Uncle Pete here.
I'm representing the Uper here.
Yeah, representing Uper.
Oh, man.
All right, give us your prediction.
Tomas Hunziker.
I think local pick, I think Panizzi's going to come back and win one. He'll pull one off
That's
tonight.
another guy we didn't mention that could win.
Yep. And I got to go with Madden for the Outlaws.
I like that pick. I got him in my draft. So,
Yeah.
all
There
right,
you
good
go.
job on that one. All right, who do we got next here? Carson, come on in here.
I have Davenport to draft.
I got Madden. He said Madden. All right, give us your local.
My local, I'm gonna go Kevin Eater. I think he's gonna put her upstairs and go. And then I think for World of Outlaws, I'm gonna go Tanner English.
Hey, Ben.
Yeah.
Wasn't Eater reenacting Rocky here last year at this race?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll see if Rocky Balboa can get up in the front tonight, park in Victory Lane for Carson Tardy. And who'd you say for the World of Outlaws?
I'm gonna go Tanner English.
Tanner. He's been quick. He's been sneaky fast.
Oh, yeah.
I got to know
All right,
about
thanks a lot,
about Tanner English. So, one of the hardest working pitmen I've ever seen, a guy by the name of Kenny Kincaid IV. His nickname is Turbo. And his dad he wanted to get on a pit crew. His dad told him, go knock on hauler doors. So he did all night last night. He got to Tanner English. Tanner goes, we'll take you. And I talked to Terry after, and he said, yeah, little Turbo, is fantastic. I said, I knew you were going to have a hell of a pit guy.
B-Mod driver, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4K B-Mod driver. It's his kid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. There's something else like Puka. I said Puka is a bigger Tom Nesbitt fan than I am. You seem to be partial to blue #1 rocket chassis too, man.
Uh-huh.
That's why we are brothers.
Yep, absolutely. And he said there's only 2 #1s. There's 3. You didn't even mention Nesbitt.
Well, he's not in the race.
He's always in the race.
Didn't mention.
He's always in the race.
That's true.
Who do we got next here? Josh, come on in, Governor. Governor Waltz. With a T. All right? With a T.
Timmy.
All right, so local late models, I'm going to go with Ashley Anderson to repeat. And then for the World of Outlaw late models, I've got a bold prediction. This will give me an awesome race. There will be 10 different leaders in this race. And at the end, it's going to be JD.
Superman, Jonathan Davenport.
Broman said is a bold prediction.
Bromance
He wants a second call.
You got a bold prediction. Bromance with a bold prediction. All right.
Contradicts Governor's pick. John Davenport will not win this race for 3 more years.
Wow.
And I'm a JD fan.
All right, write that down. 3 more years, Superman's
Bold
going to win.
predictions. Fair
Not
enough.
until then. All right.
Me and John are
Puka,
winning.
give us your predictions here.
Pat Dorr. I learned on Thursday. I'm no longer ever picking against Pat Dorr at this race at Cedar Lake, and I'm going to go Huddy.
Huddy?
He's probably going to feel a little Huddy tonight. So
Okay.
Did anybody pick Bobby?
Not wow. We have plenty of time. We have plenty of time.
We probably let him go now. All right, Changa, who do you got? Give us your thoughts.
All right, local 8 models. I'm always going to go with the heart on this one. I'm going to take the Hermantown Hammer, Daryl Nelson. That's the guy I want to win. And that's the guy I'm picking, right? My mind tells me the guy, pretty much in my mind, the only guy that's going to win this race is Jonathan Davenport. In a 100-lap race, he's as smooth, as good, conserves his stuff better than anybody. Albertson's pretty smooth as well. I'd like to see him win, but just if that thing doesn't take rubber and it cleans off, you watch out. That 32 gets up in that mix, maybe even halfway. He might go in. Hey, I'm in 15th. There's only 17 cars on the lead lap. I'll go change 2 rear tires and then look out. I mean, Bobby Pierce will get on the podium. Book it.
100-lap race is a long time. Teresa, come on. She's a little shy. She got tongue-tied yesterday, so she's a little shy.
You can redeem yourself.
Bert, slide back in, but Bert, it's your prediction.
No. Let me go ban and
well, come on in, Bert, because I want to be able to stand next to the Bert Lehman.
Incidentally, the most eligible bachelor at the track.
100%. You should see those women on the front stretch. They can buy them cotton candy and everything. I witness it every year.
Hang on, everybody. Hang on. I'm Bert's Uber.
Yeah. So
that's scary.
You pitted for MJ McBride, arguably one of the most cerebral drivers I have ever called a race for. Okay, so I'm going to ask you this and you the same question because you're the only one here who's driven a late model. Talk to me about the strategy that goes into a 100-lap event. I mean, the most you probably ever ran with MJ was 40, 50?
Yeah, MJ never, not while I was on his team, he never ran a 100-lap race. I think they did a 66-lap race at Shawano one year. They had to do a pit stop in between. But, I mean, it's all about conservation early in the race.
Sure.
Especially here, you just got to bide your time because they farm the track right before, and it's kind of biding your time until the track, the racing grooves form. Right. And then it's go time.
Now, Ryan, we talked a little bit earlier off camera, obviously. You're the only one I've ever seen have some success in a Figures car. Okay. Tire management. Obviously, it's going to be key here. This track is going to dry out. It's going to slow down. When you're bolting tires on, what are you picking for tires? What are you doing to them? And how do you manage those tires and the psychology that goes into driving a race like this? How do you do it?
Well, you got to go a little harder, right? Because the track's been pretty hard all week. So I think it's probably going to be abrasive. The first 30, 40 laps will likely be wide open. Freshly tilled track on the chip, right? But as the race progresses, it'll get dirty, then it'll clean. And if you're too hard, you might fall way back. But if you're too soft, you might burn your tires off. And like Changa said, have to replace them halfway through. So these drivers have done this for a living for a long time. They're way better than I've ever been in a race car, right? But the fact is, air is such a big deal.
Yes.
So conserving is one thing, but if you bury yourself too far back, now you're in dirty air. You put yourself in, harm's way. You might get wrecked. So I think you're going to want to get up front early, and I think you're going to want to lead laps and stay in clean air so you're not in trouble.
Okay, I agree with you. 100% I agree with you. But let's say we're at lap 68, okay? And you're behind the wheel. You know you've got a good car. You're running about 12th, okay? The groove is, let's just say bottom middle, okay? Are you going to get a little bit more aggressive, go up, top shelf, and just get after it and try and just bury your car into the corner and see what you can do? Or are you going to be more calculating and just pick drivers off here and there one at a time?
Well, the picking them off one at a time, they don't make enough mistakes to do that, right?
Right.
So
yes.
I think you're going to have to be aggressive, and you're going to have to find another line, because the problem is that deep in a race, if you're all running the same line, it could latch. So you want to clean out. You want to get to another lane. You're going to want to get high, and that may happen early. It'll probably start middle early, but I think somebody's going to roll up top. They're going to need a dancing partner, because I think you're going to need somebody to be cleaning that top off with you. But I would never follow. You're in 12th place. Hell, if you're in 3rd place following, you ain't going to win following, right? Well, you got to go somewhere different.
And if you listen to any of Bobby Pierce's after-race interviews this year, he always says, you got to go where the cars aren't. You got to make your own lane when it's go time. And he's better than almost anybody doing that.
Well, and the track, right? I mean, we've watched all weekend. It's been bottom, middle, top. I mean, just when you think the top's good, next thing you know, they're on the bottom, and then you're like, well, the middle's dirty, and they're roasting it right through the middle. They're doing a great job with the racetrack. There's been multiple lanes of racing this weekend. I don't expect anything different tonight.
Yeah, I don't see that we're going to have anything different either. And Puka, we watched Tom for many, many years, and arguably the GOAT. Arguably, he's in, like, I think we can all agree that there's 50 GOATs, right? Okay, a guy like him, right, he would pick and choose and bide his time or whatever, but that was years ago when the bodies were as such to where air wasn't that big of a deal. Air was not that big of a deal. So now you're fighting for clean air, okay, and you're worried about tire management. You got a lot going on behind the wheel, right? You got a lot going on behind the wheel. So I really think we're going to see guys that aren't afraid to get after it. I think, like you said, the more aggressive guys like a JD or a Turbo, they're going to get up, get on the wheel, and get on it hard.
Well, they're high, but didn't Pierce pit a couple years ago and do tires?
I don't.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yes,
He came out with, started towards the back, came out with fresh. Bloomquist was classic for that, right?
Right.
Depending on how many lap cars
We
was on
talked
the
about
track.
that earlier. Yeah.
I mean, he would pit late. Well, 2010 he did that when Moyer led almost every lap. Bloomquist pits with about 20 to go.
I guarantee if we go ask Moyer
And
right
then
now, he'd still tell you had him a lap down.
Yep. And
well, that was kind of,
Little controversy there.
we got to talk about that sometime.
My grandpa won't come back to this race for that exact same reason.
Moyer, that's the only time I've ever seen Moyer even remotely upset.
And I think it was the only race Moyer didn't win in 2010 was this. He won the World. He won Knoxville. He won everything.
Yeah, he won the Dream.
Yeah, he won everything.
Yes.
In that.
So, Bert, are you ready for your prediction?
I'm ready.
All right, what do we got?
But before I do my predictions, I know there's probably other information that viewers are more interested in. Just for the record, Shawano Speedway has 3 late models tonight.
Go,
So, hey,
Andy Carl.
Name a track in the history of racing that has literally gone and had 3 times as many cars in the same class the following week. That's impressive.
Monster Hall.
And then the other thing I got to say is, it was, I don't know, like 2 months ago, Ryan had Rocket Racing buried in the ground and was
100%,
spitting on the grave, and now look at him.
Wow. That is 100% true. Yeah, that is. See, he's domesticated. Is he ever going to win another race?
From the ashes.
Like a phoenix.
Throw your
All right,
comments in, fans.
Go ahead, Bert.
My prediction locally, because I need him to win, and he should have won last night, Adam Hensel, he's on my team. And nationally, Superman flies high and gets another USA Nationals crown.
All right, before I get to my predictions, I want to give one more shout out East Central Sports. This badass looking ride right here
Nice rig.
at the Cedar Lake Speedway. So, I mean, he has a lot of stuff just north of the Twin Cities in Rush City. Of course, Fastlane Motorsports and Powder Coating up in Ashland, Wisconsin. Oh, we got another one coming in. You can come in before me. Impact Health Sharing. We got Brad Parsons, Soil and Egg Solution. He didn't make his way down here. We missed you, Brad. Hopefully we'll see you later. But I've got to thank him and Winning Edge Graphics as well. Of course, Cedar Lake Speedway for their hospitality, the great show they're putting on. Haley's Comet, who do you got?
For locals, I'm going to go different. And I'm going to go with Shane Zabrowski.
Oh, he's slowly getting a little bit better. Pretty struggle bus night 1. Better last night. Could be a little better tonight. All right.
Yeah, and then Outlaws, I'm going to go Chris Madden.
Ooh,
She picked him because he's on my team. I like it.
Nobody else
Just
picked Madden.
for me.
That's a good pick, actually.
Before you make your pick, I just want to say this is the first time we've talked about Shane Zabrowski a lot. This is the first time I've ever seen him race in person. So that's
really?
yeah.
So you're the jinx.
I'm super pumped he's here because he's a Wasota guy. Figured to be chasing points. I'm glad to see the 7A in attendance. So local late models.
We all love you, Shane.
I got G.O.A.T on my team. I'm still pissed at Bargander, right? Because he's good and he's drinking beer and not racing, and he kind of pimped me on my draft, so I'm not sure what to think about that.
So in other words, he's got one coming from the 7A.
He does, right?
Right.
Donkey Award, maybe, right, for that one. But, I got to go with my boy. I'm going to go with the X Factor 7X. I'm a big Jesse Glenn's fan. I want to see him park that baby in Victory Lane tonight. World of Outlaws, Boy, this one's tough. There's a lot of good hot rods. Nobody picked Devin Moran. He started deep, looked in the good in the Fans Fun Dash. Sheppy could be good. Dan Ebert has been sneaky fast.
He is
Brent
not
Larson
slow.
has been good, right? He's starting pretty close to the front. But I think I'm going to go with the guy that I picked in the draft. I'm going to go Smokey Chris Madden to get it done in 44. So, with that said, can we expect to see whether it's Brent Larson, Jake Tim, Dustin Sorensen, right? Dan Ebert, one of our local drivers, could we possibly see one of them rolling out with a top 5 finish tonight at the USA Nationals?
Yes.
Yes.
Sorensen.
Jake Tim, yes.
Ebert.
Tim, Ebert, Sorensen.
100%, yeah.
B1 Bomber's been good. There's a lot of hate for the B1 Bomber. He's struggled as of late and, for a while here, right?
The answer is no.
I'm telling you right now, bold prediction, out of them 4 drivers, B1 Bomber highest finishing.
It would make sense though, Ryan. This is his home track.
We'll see.
He's
right?
got a
We'll
million.
see.
He's got a million laps around here. That's a solid prediction.
So thanks a lot for tuning into the show. Hope you enjoyed it. I think Chonga has some.
Oh no! My guess is when that track cleans off, the cream's going to rise to the top, and you're going to see all the big names up in the front. I don't anticipate seeing any local heroes pulling off a miracle.
I do want.
I hope I'm wrong. Don't get me wrong.
Dark horse to win.
I do. I want to see one too. I do too. So enjoy the show. Dirt Vision, of course, tonight. USA Nationals, as he said, get it planned, get it on your calendar. Come next year. It's been a great event. Look forward to seeing everybody tonight. Thanks for tuning in to the One to Go Show.